lot of people said, well, the Roadster is nice, but it's sort of a toy and it's very expensive, and you couldn't really make a car that people would use every day, or a car that could really compete against the great combustion sedans of the world. So we thought, OK, we're going to make the Model S. So, so the Model S, any of you drive a Model S? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Then you know it's a great sedan. It can seat up to 7 people, 5 adults and 2 kids. It's tested by Road and Track and Motor Trend and others as the fastest 4-door car in history ever. And it's got great handling. It's got great technology. It's got things like autopilot, and it was rated by almost every group as the best car in its year, and by Consumer Reports as the best car ever. Yeah. And again, it was super. The reason for that is not just to achieve some superlative in cars, but to show what an electric car can do. Because nobody believed that an electric car could do this. So what was really important was to show, the reason it was important was not to achieve awards or anything like that. It was to just show the car industry, show the world that an electric car really can be the best car. That's what really mattered. And now for cars, about half the market wants a sedan and about half the market wants an SUV. So we thought, well, we'll extend the Model S platform into the Model X. Now, both of these are very important because the revenue from the Model S and the X is what's needed to develop the Model 3. So the Model 3, with very high volume and all the engineering needed to achieve the cost reductions and the capabilities, it costs billions of dollars. So the S and the X are what pay for that Model 3 development. So I just want to say, for all of you who bought an S or an X, thank you for helping pay for the Model 3. So the Model 3 is happening because of you. And so we actually have an S and an X on the side there, and has, of course, the Falcon Wing doors, which did cause us some challenges, but now they're working. So now, then going from the S and the X, we finally come to step 3, or the final step in the master plan, which is a mass market, affordable car. It was only possible to do that after going through the prior steps. But we're here, and we're here to show that to you tonight. So, okay. So I'm going to describe some of the aspects of the Model 3, and then we'll yeah. So let's move to describing. Well, so let's show the master plan again. Okay, so that's the master plan with steps 2 and 2.5. And now going to the Model 3. First of all, I want to start off by saying the Model 3 is going to be an incredibly safe car. We really believe at Tesla that safety has to come first. We care about you. We want you to be safe. We want your friends and family to be safe. This is paramount. The Model 3 will not just be 5-star on average, it will be 5-star in every category. And even the base Model 3 will do 0 to 60 miles an hour or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in less than 6 seconds. At Tesla, we don't make slow cars. Okay, and of course, there will be versions of the Model 3 that go much faster. All right. And in terms of range, the range will be at least an EPA rating of 215 miles. want to emphasize these are minimum numbers. We hope to exceed them. Yeah. It will also, all Model 3s will come standard with autopilot hardware. Okay. And all the autopilot safety features will be present in every car. That you won't need to buy an option. The autopilot safety features will always be there. So. The Model 3 also fits 5 adults comfortably. Now comfortably is the important part here. Okay. The challenge, obviously, with building a smaller car is how do you still make it comfortable with a bunch of people inside? So there are two important design steps we did with the Model 3 to achieve that. One was to move the instrument panel of the firewall. There really isn't a firewall. We don't have a big combustion engine in front. We moved the front seats forward and compressed the instrument panel. When you do your rides tonight, you'll see what I mean. You're sitting a little further forward. It actually feels great on the front seats. That's what gives you the leg room to have 5 adults. And so that your first and second row have plenty of leg room. Then on the rear roof area is actually one continuous pane of glass. And the reason that that's great is because it gives you amazing headroom and a feeling of openness. So it has, I think, by far the best roominess of any car in this size. Then in addition, it has, just like the Model S, it has a front and rear trunks. So it has more cargo capacity than any gasoline car of the same external dimensions. And yeah, and you can actually, somebody asked me this question recently, can you fit a 7-foot-long surfboard on the inside? The answer is yes, you can. Then with respect to supercharging, all Model 3s will come with supercharging standard. So the reason supercharging is very important, as many of you know, is that it gives you freedom of travel. Okay? It means you can conveniently go where you want, how you want. And a lot about having a car is it's about freedom. It's about going where you want to go. And so the superchargers are critical to that. So we're now at the point where we've built out over 3,600 superchargers worldwide. And about the same number of destination chargers. That's present day. By the end of next year, we will double the number of superchargers. And quadruple the number of destination chargers. So you will be able to go virtually anywhere. And in fact, because the onboard charger of the Model S is able to adapt to any country's voltage and amperage, wherever you go in the world, if there's electricity, you can charge. So then what about buying and servicing? So where we are today with Tesla is we've got 215 locations in Asia, North America, and Europe. And by the end of next year, we expect to more than double that to 441 locations. So the key point being, almost no matter where you are, in North America, Europe, or Asia, if you're near any even mid-sized metro area, you'll be able to buy a car and get your car serviced. So now, how are we going to make these cars? Okay, good question. We need to achieve high volume production. So this is in 2 parts. First, there is the vehicle factory. So our Fremont factory in the past has actually made almost 500,000 cars a year. So we're confident that Tesla can achieve that number in the future in terms of vehicle production. So I think that's going to be, I wouldn't say straightforward, but very doable. And then what about batteries? Because in order to produce 500,000 cars a year, we would actually need the same battery production. We basically need to absorb the entire world's lithium-ion production. That's why we are building the Gigafactory. These are the recent pictures of the Gigafactory. This is a vital element. So to give you a sense of scale, the Gigafactory will actually have the largest footprint of any building of any kind. Okay? Volumetrically, it will only be second to the Boeing factory in Washington. So this is really quite an enormous facility. In fact, it'll produce more lithium-ion batteries than all other factories in the world combined. In this one location. So we're talking about 50 gigawatt hours a year of production. And it won't just be at that volume, but also be producing the most advanced cell and battery in the world. So it's the combination of high volume with the most advanced technology is what enables us to make the Model 3. And it's already operational today. So when are deliveries? Well, they're next year. So I do feel fairly confident that it will be next year. Yeah. And then in terms of price, well, of course, it'll be $35,000. And I want to emphasize that even if you buy no options at all, this will still be an amazing car. You will not be able to buy a better car for $35,000 or even close, even if you get no options. So it's a really good car even with no options. So do you want to see the car? Yeah! Well, we don't have it for you tonight. I'm just kidding, of course. It's April Fool's somewhere. All right, let's bring them out. And this is kind of crazy, but I just learned, just told that the total number of orders for the Model 3 in the past 24 hours has now passed 115,000. Thank you. That's a lot, yeah. Thank you to everyone that ordered the car. We love you. And for those of you that are here, please enjoy your rides tonight in the Model 3. And for those online, you can order at Tesla.com. Thank you.